guys, it's Lee. Welcome back to my channel and a very happy new year to you all. Hope you had a good one. I know I did. It was quite a busy evening. I worked all day, then did a 5k race in the evening, which I had a course personal best on, which I was over the moon with. Then we went out for food. And I was back in bed by 11, or should say I was back at home, showered, and in bed with a glass of wine and Christmas pudding at 11:15 watching Stranger Things. So yes, that's how I spent my New Year's Eve. So hopefully relatively sort of normal service has now resumed. So welcome to my last month empties for 2025, even though this is now 2026, only because, well, it is my last month end empties of 2025. So I probably, because my desk is just a complete bomb site, I will break this down into a few parts, just so that I can take a little break and sort stuff out as I go. So first of all, I will start with the non-waxy based things. So popped a new 15 watt light bulb in my mini warmer, and I need to check. I think I might need to order some more of these at some point soon. Then on my travels, when I went to Malaga, I finished up my Molten Brown Relaxing Ylang Ylang Shower Gel. Really love this. Such a good smell to it. I've got a little box down there that I'm throwing all my empties in, ready to do the recycling. Then I finished off my Bath and Body Works Raspberry Jam pocket back. These are great. I just wish that we could get them in the UK as cheap as they are in the US. Then I started, because with diffusers I generally do it when I start them. So this was from Lower Logic Candles, and it was Sugar Plum and Winterberry, and it's a really, really nice scent. Quite a warming, fruity winter scent. Really like that. That's in non-sweet. And I finally finished up my Mahalo Coconut Sugar Scrub. It's a nice scent. I don't think they do sugar scrubs anymore, certainly not in the UK. I do have another couple of these that I will use up. But yeah, I don't really use them very much, mainly because I don't really do anything of if I've got patches of dry skin from decorating, or it is actually quite good for getting paint off. I find if you end up with paint on your hands or on your skin, it's quite good for that, but apart from that, I don't really use it. I think that's actually my non-waxy bits looking around. So I'm just going to try and sort this out now into candles and wax melts. And yes, I will be back momentarily. Okay, so let's get on to the candles now. I'll start with a pack. I finished off a pack of Beach Walk scented tea lights. These were the large chunky ones. They were nice. Not a huge amount of scent when they were burning, but they were nice enough while they were burning. Then I finished off, burnt a Spiced Apple Starry Night scented candle from Marks and Spencer's. Really pretty symbol, logo, design on the packaging. Really nice scent, burnt really well, even though there is a dead bug in there. I won't just throw that in the box. I'll pop that in later. And I finished off a Yankee Candle Home Inspiration Pink Island Sunset candle. It does actually look as if there's loads left, but it's just where there's some residue on the jar. That was nice. Had this going in the bathroom. Yeah, so there was that one. Then this was one of the Neon knockoffs. So this is Myra, and this was A Dream Christmas. And this was from Home Bargains. Very, very, very little to no scent on this. I would be disappointed, but the fact they were £3 for a pack of 3, you kind of get what you pay for. So there's that one. Then this one, I've had it, I don't know how long, and it was Meadow Flower Gel Tumbler from Stone Glow. Even though I'd had it, as I said, I have no idea, probably 5, 6, 7 years, maybe longer. It did burn well. I then got the wax residue out and used a Bolsius refillable candle refill because it looked very similar in size, but it just didn't fit. So I did end up just scraping some off to get it to fit. And then afterwards I thought, well, that was a waste of time when I could just pop a tea light in. So my plan is, I know I've had one of these in the past, and the heat from the candle does kind of cause the gel to shrink. So I thought, why not just use this now for a little while with the tea light in, especially these Bolsius ones with the transparent case, because obviously you get all the light glow without like the shadowing you get from a traditional metal tea light holder. So yes, that was nice, and I will keep that for a while. And then we've got two small, sorry, my computer is pinging. This was a small diptyque one. This one was fig ear. So that's the fig flower, no, the fig tree, the like fruit. Really nice. These small ones are really cute, and they're quite nice if you want just a short burn time. So like if you're reading in bed and you just want that like relaxing ambience of a candle without having to burn it for a long time to get a decent melt pool, these work really well. And then I also finished off my Nassetia candle, and yeah, this burnt pretty well. And this is hazelnut, or I think it's actually the hazelnut tree. Slightly nutty scent, but nothing to really write home about. Wouldn't buy that one again. And then the last candle is a Talk Golden Vanilla. So this was a pack of 3, I think was. I gave one to my mother from Costco. Double wick candles, and as you can see, burnt pretty well. Pretty inexpensive. I think they were like £25 for 3, something like that. So did really enjoy that. Did wonder if I'd use the jar for something, but I'm not going to, because I'm trying to not hoard candle jars and things like that, because I inevitably end up not using them anyway. So yes, that's the candles. I just remembered that I need to pop and get my oils from downstairs too that I've been diffusing. So I'm going to put these jars in the box and then grab those, and then I will be back for the wax melts. As I've just got the oils from downstairs, I may as well do those now and then finish on the wax melts. Excuse me. So there are 3 from Scentsy and then some not. So the Scentsy ones, Frosted Fir Balsam. So this is Snowfalls over Fir Balsam and Rosewood dusted with peppermint, and I did enjoy this one. The one thing I do like with the diffusers over wax melts is kind of like the ability to personalise the scent. And a bit like you can with waxes, you can mix different oils together. But what I really like is the fact that if you're just in the mood for something light and subtle, just pop like 2 or 3 drops. If you want something that's a bit more slap you upside the head, pop like 6, 7, 8 drops of oil. Or add less water. It's like far more customizable. So then there was some first snowfall. So this is a blanket of frosty air settles over eucalyptus and cedarwood. And this is a nice one. How much of these? There is quite a bit of these left, so I won't be finishing those off. And then there was some morning air and mountain rosewood. This was a really nice scent. So this is a breath of fresh air on a crisp morning as the sun rises over rosewood and amber. And this is one that is kind of like an all year round scent. Like I was diffusing this in December, but it's a really nice scent that quite easily works any time of the year. So it was that one. Then, excuse me, the non-scentsy ones. We have the Waves Oil by Innis Aroma. Yeah, it doesn't, as I said before, this doesn't have the scent notes, but it's an essential oil blend created to help you feel uplifted. No, it doesn't have... No. I just wondered if it was inside, but it's not. This is like... I kind of think it's like citrus and rosemary. It's just such a good scent. I can see why they say it's an uplifting one, because it really does kind of give you that boost of just happiness. So then the next ones are ones that I had from Neom in the little Discovery pack, and it was the Essential Oil Blend Scent the Season Discovery set, and these were not cheap, given that there was like 6 small bottles. But what I have come to realise, especially with things like this, is I wouldn't have bought 6 this size, even though you probably could get like 3 or 4 of, probably 3, but probably 3 of these at 10ml for the price of 6 of these at 3ml. However, I wouldn't have bought all these. I probably would have maybe picked one, whereas the Scent Discovery set, you get to smell different ones and try them, and like obviously use them and get rid. So first up was Sparkling Joy, and the scent notes for this: Sparkling Joy, supercharge you with Sparkling Joy. Feel the festive spirit with a refreshing and energising blend of essential oils including ginger, lime and vetiver. That was nice. That was one that I would easily diffuse any time of the year. Then we have Christmas Wish, and this is more of a winter one, as the name suggests. And this is feel the festive vibes with Christmas Wish. Relax and unwind while surrounding your home with the soothing traditional scent of Christmas with essential oils including mandarin, cinnamon and tonka bean. Very nice. Very, very nice. Then lastly, there was Perfect Peace, which is uplift your day with Perfect Peace, a sparkling and bright scent with essential oils including fir, myrrh and lime peel. Breathe deeply and feel your tension lifting away. and that again was a really good one. I must be honest, when I first smelt the neon candles and essential oils, I was like, ooh, I'm not sure. But I think that's just because they are kind of out there. I do think it's a bit like Marmite. Or they have blends that you either love or hate. And after my initial unsuredness, when I tried them, I was like, actually, yeah, I do like these. So as the little thing doesn't fit or doesn't stay in the box, I am just going to pop that in a bag just so that I don't end up losing it. So that's what I've been diffusing. I am going, I think, January. I'm going to probably go through my cabinet and maybe pick one or two and try and just use those when I decide to diffuse through January, and just try and start using some of them up, because I did accumulate quite a lot when I was doing Scentsy. Plus then there are other ones like these and this that I have bought since. And obviously essential oils, like most scented products, can change and lose their scent over time. So I think going forward I want to try and be a bit more mindful in what I choose, whether I choose like 2 or 3 to diffuse throughout the month, and just try and focus on like using up the ones that are almost finished, just to get them gone. Because if there's like 2 or 3 days worth of diffusing left in the bottle, I may as well just get rid of it, get it gone, get it out of the house. Yeah, so I want to try and be a bit more mindful in 2026 of the way I warm and diffuse things. That said, I have decided, and it probably will be the same with wax as candles, but you know what, if it's July and I fancy warming under the mistletoe or white winter woods or whatever it is, if I fancy lighting a candle that's a Christmas scent, do you know what, I'm just going to do it. The same as if in May I decide to warm, I don't know, pumpkin nut bread or whatever. I'm starting to think, why limit myself to seasonal stuff? If I fancy it, I'm just going to run with it and do it. So that's my diffusing bits. Just going to pop those away, and then I will be back for the last, what I've been warming and finished up with the wax melts, and then I will go on to my, well, not my, it was Martha's, from Martha's Fragrance Corner spreadsheet, and I'm going to go through my numbers from this year and yeah, just see where we are and aims and targets for next year. So I will be back shortly. Right, let's get going with the wax melts. Well, yeah. I think I'll start with the empty ones. There aren't many empty ones. I think it's just 3, possibly 2. No, 3. Yeah, 3. So first up was Candlelation Eggnog. I think I sent Melissa one of these. So these are made with coconut wax, and it was light. Did find it performed better in a tea light warmer than the Scentsy warmer, but nonetheless it was a pleasant one. Finished off my bar of Twilight Frost. So this is bold floral notes of orange blossom and wild lavender are deepened by a bed of twilight moss. And I really like this scent. Really, really like that one. So that's finished up, and that's finished. Also finished off my bar of Midnight Masquerade, and this is sugared beignets and smoky vanilla dance behind a delicate mass of midnight lily. And Hades has just found the spring, his spring, that he loves to play with. Yeah, like that one. I think I have another bar of it. Do I? Midnight Masquerade. Have to remember my alphabet. Midnight Masquerade. No, I have none left. So, yeah, that's gone. Then I only one cube, but big cube of Christmas tree from Scentsy. Let's see if I have the scent notes for this. I should do, but it's not on here, so maybe I don't. Christmas tree. I don't. Oh, no, I don't. I will see if I can find it, because why the devil not? Scentsy Christmas tree. Christmas tree warmer. No, I'm not seeing the oops. I'm not seeing the Scentsy scent notes. But I think it's pine. I want to say possibly orange or citrus. To me, it is a very Christmas tree pine scent rather than like the toilet cleaner pine scent. Yeah, I'm intrigued. So the only one that's coming up is Just For You, Christmas Tree Farm, Christmas Cottage. Oh, hang on, I may have found. No, it's Christmas Tree Farm again. May have failed you people. Yeah, don't know, can't find it. Let me change my search. AI overview says Scentsy Christmas tree brick smells like a fresh, crisp pine forest with notes of fresh air and pine needles swirling through a pinewood forest. Aiming to give you that authentic evergreen scent, especially great for artificial trees to make them smell real. It's a classic natural holiday fragrance focusing purely on the woody forest aroma rather than spices or sweets. Yeah, I would say that probably does describe it. I've just found it on so copy that and paste that into my spreadsheet. Paste. Right, so I now have the scent notes for that on my spreadsheet. So that's all the Scentsy ones. So we'll come on to That's my phone. My dad had a hospital appointment today, and it was my mother calling, so I wanted to make sure they hadn't admitted him or anything. So next up is Gilligan's Brew Peppermint Shave Cream, and this is by Scoopables, and this is one that is now on January's list to finish up, just because I've noticed that it isn't as strong as it was, and when it's warming it's not so strong. So this is on my target list, or my hit list I should say. But it is a very nice creamy mint scent. This hasn't, because I think it's the only Scoopable one I have, it hasn't gone or hasn't been deducted from my spreadsheet, because as Martha's kind of said in the past, when it's something like this, it's hard to kind of quantify how much, and I'm not weighing and measuring all the wax because that would just be far too depressing and time consuming. But it is almost gone now, probably only a quarter of it left. So yes, that's January's hit list number 1. Then I think all of these now are ones I've had off Melissa at various points. Oh no, this one isn't, so I'll do this one, then all the rest are. So I've gone through some Valente, Jasmine and Rosewood, and this is really nice. It's not quite the jasmine that, well, I say not the jasmine, it's not what I think of when I think of jasmine, but then mixed with rosewood it probably does change the smell. But it was really nice, and this is one of the ones that I shared with Melissa recently, and yeah, this, I think this is, I've only had it 5 months, but I think I'm just gonna pop this on the hit list, and it's one that is quite uplifting, so perfect for this time of year. So yeah, I'm adding that to my January/February hit list. Now, all the rest of these I've had off Melissa, so let's get to it. Tiff's favourite lavender. Now I should have a look at these on the spreadsheet, because they should be, I should have put the scent notes on here theoretically. Tiff's favourite lavender, have I? Yes, I found it. Lavender, sweet marshmallows and vanilla coconut milk. Such a good scent. This has, I think, changed slightly since I've had it. I'm getting notes of like suntan lotion. That's really strange. That's really nice. I do really like that one. So I pop that there to put away. Then we have Underneath the Tree, which was one of the ones from the Advent package Melissa sent me. And this is spruce, pine, fir needles, cake batter and vanilla extract. And I know this was a really good one. It is a weird combination though of tree and bakery, but it just works so well. Really, really enjoyed that one. And then we have my phone vibrating at me. Why is that? Oh, just PayPal transaction. Then this was another one from the Advent Melissa sent me, and this was Starman's Sugar Plum Dream Tea. So this is Sugar Plum Dream Bath and Body Works type and Earl Grey tea from Rose Girls. Oh, this is just absolutely divine. Just such a good scent. It really, really is. So there was that one. Then the one I warmed on, actually the Christmas tree. Warmed this when I was in Butlins, up to and including Christmas Eve. And then the next one I'm about to go through, I popped in Christmas Day. The house is still upside down and there was no way I was moving everything off the spare bed to get underneath to dig through my baskets of wax looking for Disney Season of Magic. So I went with this one just because it was the closest true Christmas tree scent that I could find. So then Christmas Day onwards, I warmed Starbeans Cafid Christmas, which was one of the ones I had off Melissa. And this is espresso, vanilla crunch donut, vanilla bean Noel, warm vanilla chai and gingerbread latte. And it is like being in a posh cafe. It's just such a good scent. My friend who I was away with said he preferred the Christmas tree out of the two, but then I think he generally isn't a bakery sort of scent melter. He does melt wax, but he tends to go for like the fresher ones like the Christmas tree one. So then we have frosted mint sugar cookie, which is frosted circus sugar cookies with a hint of creamy mint and marshmallows. And to me it was quite light, but I did really enjoy it. I did enjoy it and I will enjoy it. Then this is one I've had a while, well, a year. So this was from CQ Handcrafted and it was Safe Space, which is brown sugar, fig, caramel tobacco, marshmallow cream, warm vanilla sugar with a hint of vanilla waffle cones. And this one, again, really enjoyed it. I loved the fact that it was almost like a big bar of chocolate. But yeah, so this one I think might also go on New Year hit list, just because I've had it a year. There's only 2 pieces left, so yeah, I'm gonna just be strong and warm it. Then we have 15 Minutes of Flame. So this is by Rose Girls and it's blue sugar, caramel, resin, charred wood and warm amber, and I loved it. I only used 1 cube. No, sorry, I used 1.5 cubes. And it was kind of get like the resin from a tree, like freshly cut branches. And yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Then we have Butter Pecan Layer Cake, which is butter pecan cake, cuppa cake, vanilla icing and toasted almonds. And this one to me reminded me a bit of marzipan. I think it's probably the toasted almonds, but did really enjoy that. If I can reseal the bag. Yeah, that's resealed. Then this one was a slightly strange one, which is frosted vanilla pine cones. So this is frosted pine cones, spruce, moss, rosemary, carnation, pine cones, cedar leaf and smoked vanilla. Again, Rose Girls. And this one, it was a really weird combination. I don't dislike it, but it's probably not one that I would reach for often. So that one again might, actually I was going to say it might go on my hit list. but I might let it mature and see if it kind of like settles down a bit. And then lastly, we have apple cart. So this was from the advent calendar Melissa sent me. And it's apple fritter, cider lane and ooey gooey caramel. And oh, this was good. This was really, really good. You get the apple, as I poke myself in the eye with a bag while I'm trying to look at the... Yeah, it's a really good scent. You get the apple and the sweetness of the caramel. Yeah, I think I probably will warm some more of that this month as in January, just because I did really enjoy it. So that's what I've been warming, melting, diffusing, burning and finishing off for December 2025. So I'm just going to clear a bit of space now, pop these in a bag ready to put away. Now we'll be back to go through my spreadsheet and my wax numbers, which slightly scares me, but I will be brave, be bold, be British and face it, and yes. Okay, so I decided that maybe I need a little Dutch courage to look at my spreadsheet numbers, just because I'm anticipating it being a complete and utter shit show. So yes, my aim was to have a overall reduction in the number or the amount of wax I have. And for some reason, when I make it, as I use Google Sheets, when I make it full screen, it has issues rendering. No, it's doing it now. So when I move forward with the new spreadsheet for 2026, I'm going to remove all the ones where I no longer have any of that wax. So as I said earlier, I finish off Midnight Masquerade completely. So I will keep like the old tabs. So I'll just copy this to a new tab and take off any blank ones, just because it's good to refer back to if I do have more of it, rather than having to hunt through for scent notes. I can just copy and paste from the sheets. I can't even speak. I've only had one sip of wine. Make that two now. So yes, let me put this into... think I will put it by descending amount of wax, and okay, that's something I need to work on. Actually, no, I'll do it descending, ascending. So that's not too bad. 44. Let me do my maths. 40 waxes I've completely finished off this year. Yeah. 40 waxes I've gone to 0, which was Midnight Masquerade by Scentsy, Candlation Eggnog, Sentsy's Alpine Meadow, Simply Good Scents, Amethyst and Floral Bouquet, Sassy Girl Aromas Black Cat, Sentsy's Business Casual, Zape's Café du Monde, Ted Eva Scents Café Oudgasm, Owen Drew's Capulet, Darcy and David's Christmas Morning, CQ Handcrafted Cosmic Laundry Day, although a couple of these I know were just like a large single pot mini clamshell type thing. Super Tarts Wax Get Out of the Water, Ted Eva Scents Ghostly Souls, Ted Eva Scents Haunted House, Teddy B's It's Fall Y'all, Nicola Candela's Lavender and Eucalyptus, Sentsy's Lush Gardenia, Milo Candles Main Street Coffee, Sassy Girl Aromas Matcha Milk Tea, Sensi's Mint to Be, Owen Drew's Montague, Sensi's NFL Goal Line, Sensi's NHL Fresh Ice, Sensi's Oodle of Orange, Teddy B's Order of the Maesters, Sensi's Painted Leaves, Sassy Girl Aromas Pink Gumdrops, Sensi's Pink Haze, so just scrolling, Teddy B's Pink Woods and Cashmere Cookies, Sensational's Recorderos de Familia, Sensi's Rum Pum Plum, Sensi's Sleigh Ride, Rose Girl's Sunken Treasure, Sensi's Sweet Plum Pastry, Sensi's Velvet Moon, Sensational's Warm Cottage, Sensi's We're All Mad Here, Teddy Eva Scent, Witch's Lure. Oh, and that's it. So that was actually 38. So I hadn't spotted the 2 blank lines. So, okay. So I just noticed then that I do have quite a few where it's just one. And looking at these, it could be where I don't have one to hand, but it could be where they're like a single shot pot. Actually, I think a lot of these are single shot pots, or like the Gilligan's Brew peppermint shave cream, which will be finished. Just looking at these now, there are a lot of ones where I only have one piece, and yeah. So it does look like that I do have a lot of single shot pots, so I might try and use some of those up, and there are quite a few of them where I've just got like 2 pieces, 3 cubes, so I might try and focus on those the first part of 2026, see if I can get some of those gone through. So now onto the ever so slightly scary shit my pants part. Started when I started this spreadsheet, which was the end of December for the start of January 2020. So for January 2025, I started with 2,941.75 pieces of wax. And I know I finished on more than that. So in January, and I am going to out and out blame Melissa for a lot of this because she sent me so much wax this year. I'll take a little smidgen of blame of I have bought some myself. And looking at these, yeah, there will be a few. So January, I received or accumulated, acquired, whatever, 115 pieces of wax, and out went 61. February, in came 163 pieces of wax, and out went 45.25. March, in came 182.5 pieces of wax, and out went 66.5. April was actually a good month because only 18 came in, while 25.5 left. May was a complete failure with 122 pieces of wax coming into the house and 31 leaving. June, 26 came in and 13 left. July was a good month. 3 pieces of wax came into the house, which I was just going to have a look what they were. That's okay. and 15.5 went out. August 20 came in and 10 went out. I'm just having a look now. They were the Valente ones, which I shared with Melissa. So in theory, far more came in and less went out, sort of, or more went out. Because looking at these, there were 5 half bars of wax I've recorded as coming in. That's because I had 5 full bars and sent half to Melissa. So obviously I didn't record that I had 8 pieces and got rid of 20 because, half of that. I've just recorded the net gain. Then September was slightly... 106 pieces of wax came in, while 8 went out. October was a good month for me because absolutely 0 wax came into the house. 15.5 went out, so that was a very good month in relative terms. November, 180 came in and 17 went out. And then December, not bad actually, 106 pieces of wax came in and 29 left. As you would have seen if you've seen my Waxmas calendar off Melissa, like the big snowflake shapes, I actually cut them up before recording them. So one piece kind of became 12, and 12 were recorded and 29 went. So actually, to be fair, that could have been far worse. So I opened with 2,943.75. I should actually get the calculator up, just because I can't, I can do the maths if I wrote it down, but I can't do these maths in my head. So that's 2,943.75, and then in December my closing balance was 3,648. So that's so that's a net gain of 704.25 pieces. Okay, so my strategy for, so I'm just trying to minimize this so I can actually see what's going on. So my strategy now for 2026 is going to be, I've got a few waxes on my immediate hit list. I'm going to try and pluck some of the single units out, whether that be the shot pots or where there's like just 1 or 2 pieces left in the bag. Try and use those up, try and like condense the amount of bags and stuff I have. I'm going to try my hardest, hands up, I'm going to try my hardest to not buy any wax for myself. That for myself is a very important caveat, because if I see some that I think Melissa will like, I will still buy them. If I kind of chose to keep 1 or 2 pieces out of a clamshell or a bar for myself to try, I may do, as I know Melissa, like me, has no issue with sharing wax. I've never had a problem with like Melissa sending me half a bar or half a clamshell or 1 or 2 cubes, because it's great to try different things. But yeah, for me, myself personally, I'm going to try my hardest now to not buy any. I know Melissa has said she still has more wax to send me, which I am very grateful for and I'm happy to receive. I am going to try my hardest now not to buy any in 2026. That will be a hard challenge, and it's one I'm not sure that I will succeed in, but I'm determined next year as in January 2027, to have a smaller closing balance on my spreadsheet than an opening balance, even if that's only 10 or 20 pieces, that will be better than the previous 5, 6, 7 years. No, previous 5 years, because I know every year since COVID I have accumulated more wax than I've used. Excuse me. So my other strategy will be, if I'm warming something and I'm like, I'm really not feeling this, I'm not going to persevere with it, I'm just going to change it. Because if I'm not enjoying the scent, even if 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago I enjoyed the scent, if I'm not enjoying it, I don't have any shortage of wax. I don't have to think, ooh, I have to stick with this until it smells no more. So that's kind of my strategy going forward. So yes, as I said, I'm going to start a new tab on this spreadsheet and transfer the current waxes over. And yes, I'm just thinking, I'm just having a quick look at the, is this doing it again? Why it doesn't render first time, I don't know. But it just decides to have a wobble. And I mean, given the amount of wax it knows I have, I'm not surprised it's having a wobble. Yeah, so let me have a look. The largest amount of wax I have is Sensi's around the campfire, which I did go hard and like buy all the bars in the sale. So January, well, I can't say January because I still can't get to the stuff under my bed, as I still haven't finished unpacking all the Christmas stuff. But by March's month end empties, I want at least a full bar of that gone. Then, as I currently have 112 cubes, which is probably about 19 bars. Then we have Vanilla Mint, which is another really good one. And I've just noticed that some of this may have gone a bit kooky. There's Haunted Mansion. So Vanilla Mint, I've got 11 bars. Just noticed Haunted Mansion 3 thumbs up is showing as Milo Candles, which is not. It's Scentsy. So I don't know how that's gone kooky. Vanilla, like Haunted Mansion 3 thumbs up. Vanilla Waves, I've got 78 and 76 pieces of that respectively. Disney Season of Magic is 56. That's 16. That's what, about 7 bars. Cars Radiator Springs, Disney Villains Dark and Devious. A lot of, like most of the, not the Season of Magic, I bought those full price, but like Cars Radiator Springs, Disney Villains Dark and Devious, Jack's Obsession, Aladdin 3 Wishes, they were all in flash sales. So yeah, I do need to get some of those down, because I don't see the point of having 11 bars of Vanilla Mint. If in 6 months time I still have 11 bars of Vanilla Mint, I may as well just throw them all out, because I'm clearly not using them. So yes, I want to get through some of the large stocks I have as well. So yes, I think I'm going to be focusing on the smaller and larger numbers kind of at the same time, if that makes sense. So try and clear out the part bars, the smaller amounts I have, and also try and start working through some of the bigger ones. And I may even try and look at where I mean, when I had the new boiler, I had to empty the airing cupboard, so a lot of wax has just been shoved in the wardrobe in the spare bedroom. which would be fine if I could get to it. I can't get to it because there's still boxes of kitchen stuff there. So I'm thinking what I need to do is just maybe on my hit list now put all the open Scentsy bars and go, right, this year I need to finish off all these part bars. Maybe not all of them, that might be a bit ambitious. But now my kitchen is finished and I've got 2 warmers in there. I can start going through wax a bit more than I have for the most of last year. Plus now I have power sockets under the stairs. I might actually put a Scentsy warmer under the stairs so that there's nice smell in the hallway. And hopefully I will be in more of a position to be able to like warm a bit more this year, because I know 2025 was a bit of a challenge in the warming stakes. So yes, that's it from me for this month. No, it's not. There'll be a January month-end empties, but you know what I mean. So enough of my rambling and waffling and just gibbering on. So yes, hope you've enjoyed the last however long with me. Probably like 45 minutes or so. Hope I haven't bored you too much. And if I have and you've nodded off, well, you're welcome. And yes, join me the end of this month for my first of 2026's month-end empties. So until then, have a great month. Hope all your New Year's wishes pan out, whether that be, I don't know, new job, losing weight, getting fitter, new home, whatever. Yeah, I'm just rambling now. So I will bid you all farewell, and until the end of the month, stay safe, take care, and happy warmings. See ya!